Classic Hits Y107.3. I'm Rick Sabine with the Community Spotlight. Our guest today is Paul Quinn, president of the local National Alliance on Mental Illness, 6 County. Paul, how prevalent is mental illness?
Mental illness is really prevalent in our society. They say that up to 1 in 3 of us will have a mental health issue at some point in our life. A lot of people don't want to admit that they have a problem or seek help for it. There's a stigma that the mentally ill are, especially those with maybe schizophrenia, are dangerous, but the statistics don't support that at all. The mentally ill account for about 5% of violent crime in our country. The other 95% is by people who claim to be normal. You're 10 times more likely to be a victim of a violent crime if you have a brain disorder than being a perpetrator.
Does someone with mental illness understand they have the disease, or does a family member or friend need to get involved?
We always trust our own brains in the end. I know, all day long people are telling me I should do this and I should do that, and I take into account what they say, and then in the end I know what's best for me. Add a brain disorder to that equation, and they may hear you saying that they have an issue. They think that probably you have an issue and they're fine. And that's usually what we find. And nobody wants to admit that they have a brain disorder. So even if people bring it up to them, they're unlikely to believe it. Coming up is our Family to Family course, which is kind of the signature program from NAMI. And it's a national program, and our instructors are trained through NAMI. But they're also family members who have lived experience with their loved ones who have a mental illness. So they've been through it, and it's a commitment. It's a 12-week class. It's free. We floundered for 5 years when we found out my brother had a diagnosis. They don't give you a handbook with it and say, and here's how to handle it. Everybody's different. And so we floundered for about 5 years trying to understand what it was, where to go for help, what we should be doing, what we shouldn't be doing. So this class will cover that for people. And in 12 weeks, you'll get what took 5 years for us to learn. The class starts June 5th, so it's coming up really quick. So we need people to let us know right away. You can contact our Facebook page, or you can call Becky Allison's our instructor. It's 419-709-5838. Or again, you can contact the NAMI 6 County Facebook page, and I'll respond there. Throughout the course, we'll teach people about mental illness in general and the different diagnoses and what they look like and what are some of the good treatments. And probably more importantly is we'll do some role playing so that people can practice speaking to their loved one who maybe has maybe delusions or who knows, hallucinations. That can be really difficult to communicate with them. And so we'll teach them some of that. Help them cope with their loved one's illness while also supporting the recovery of that individual. It's like a college class on mental illness. Everyone who's completed it says it's the best thing they've done. The Family class begins on June 5th, and it runs through August 21st from 6 to 8:30 at the Mental Health and Recovery Services Board. They have a new location on Coal Run Road. But that's a 12-week class, and where you learn to support your loved ones in their recovery from mental illness and cope yourself.
That's Paul Quinn, president of the local National Alliance on Mental Illness, 6 County. I'm Rick Sabine, and that's the Community Spotlight on Classic Hits Y107.3.